Tradingview is one of the most important tools for an investor and a trader. With Tradingview, you can recognize trends, you can use indicators that will help with your decision making for your investments and trades. We will discuss how to use it in today's video, so make sure you are staying tuned until the end. We'll also talk a little bit about Bitcoin and the recent pump, so watch and subscribe. Now, here we have the TradingView platform. This is the TradingView Pro version, basically, where you have here the chart. You can choose some indicators here. Then we have here the toolbar on the left, where you can choose different tools from. Here you have trend lines, raise, horizontal line, vertical line, and all of the other. You can have also like parallel channels. For example, let's see here. I can see a parallel channel basically, and many other tools that you can use for your trades. So what is my favorite tool on TradingView? I would definitely say one of the most important ones is the trend line. With the trend line, you can showcase a trend and open your trades accordingly. So for example, we have here, let's quickly, one second, let's quickly delete this line right here. Then we can set a trend line here. We can see we had 2 touch points. This is an uptrend support line basically. Then we have here an upward resistance. That's why we also drew a parallel channel before. We can see it's literally moving in between this channel right here. Here we have the brush tool where we can basically draw and showcase this trend more. And you also have here the indicators, which can help you a lot. Here on the top, we can see indicators. As you already know, I like the RSI indicator very much. We already have it down here, but you can also choose some other indicator like the EMA ribbons, for example. Here you just choose the EMA ribbons right now, and it should come in here very soon. We can see this is the blue line basically here. This is the EMA ribbon right here, and right now let's actually look at it more on the 4-hourly. That's where we can see it a bit more clearly. Right now we are above the EMA ribbon, which basically showcases a bullish move that happened the past couple of days. Let's see. Usually Bitcoin tends to come and retest this EMA ribbons. And usually when the price goes below the EMA ribbon, so when the price crosses the EMA ribbon down, we usually have a move to the downside. As we can see, it happened, for example, here. We can see the price drop below this EMA ribbon, and we had a big drop to the downside from 107 down to $80,000. And right now, as we can see, the price basically crossed from the downside to the upside of the EMA ribbon right here, and this might signal a new bullish trend. Let's see, right now we are in front of a big resistance here at around 92k. Once we are above that, we might even go for a newer all-time high for Bitcoin. But for now, we have to trade very carefully. The move is already over, I would say. We can see here on the 4-hourly, the RSI is already getting overbought right here. It's not the right time to buy. I would wait either for a retracement, or the best, if you want to get the juicy price, I would wait for the retest here of the oversold zone of the RSI. What the RSI basically does, it showcases you if the market is hot or cold. When the market is super hot, it goes into the overbought zone. It means many people have been buying for the past period of time. And when the market gets into the oversold zone, it shows that many people have been selling the previous period. And it showcases you that it might be a good time to entry, because when more people are selling, that's when the time that we are buying. When the majority of people are buying, that's the time when we take profits. Besides that, you can use also different tools like the Fibonacci retracement here. Let's quickly showcase it here to you. Let's go over here on the daily and check out the Fibonacci retracement basically for this bull run right here. It started from 15k and it went up to 125, and we can see we touched this zone here. This is the third Fibonacci line right here. We touched it perfectly, and we are seeing a bounce right now. The next Fibonacci line is at around 100K, and you can use these Fibonacci lines as support zones because it shows you where the market is usually tending to go. You can see many times the market has been just moving in between these Fibonacci lines, and usually it's a good time to buy on those Fibonacci lines. So besides that, we can also use here different type of pattern. You also have like Elliott waves. Basically, they usually look something like this. I would say this was an Elliott wave, or actually this was one. Then you have here the correction of the Elliott wave. Then you have here the third wave, which is usually the biggest one. Then you had here another correction, and now this was the basically the Elliott wave, and basically right here at 109K. After that, we probably started maybe a new Elliott wave. Let's see. I think it's a bit too early to call it, but we can see those tools can help you to use the TradingView platform better and understand the charts also better. You can also set long and short positions basically here, so you can adjust your short position and you see it better. So for example, you could say you want to open a short and you're looking for where to put the stop loss and where to put the support or the top loss, and like that you can set your trades much better because you can see here where is a good time to put a take profit. For example, you can say here at previous stop, that's a good time to take profit, and here we can put a stop loss below this low here at 74K. So in case we drop lower, we will basically close our position and wait for another entry, because if we're gonna go lower below this low right here, it's a good signal that we might go even lower. So let's see, on the daily we are already oversold on the daily. That was a good time to buy. I mentioned it already in my previous videos. I already bought some spot Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. Altcoins, I'm staying away from them. They are down so much in the previous time, so I will be very, very careful with that. Besides that, let's see what other tools we can use here on the TradingView platform. You can also use the text features. For example, you can set here a text and say this was last drop, for example. So you can have a little bit more insights about your charts. You can also set it for some different use cases. Then I would definitely like to show you also the arrow one. So with this arrow, you can showcase a trend. Basically, let's say the trend is going up. This, you can use the arrow to showcase the trend upwards. Besides that, I also like to use the, let's quickly show it to you, the info line. With the info line, you can see basically how much gains the market made. So from the bear market low here to the bull market top at 125, Bitcoin did 678% in around 1046 days. That's since the last bear market low. Besides that, we also have here different type of candle. You can change here the time frame that you are on. So for example, you have here the 1 minute time frame. This is where you have the smallest moves. I like to use the 1 hourly, so we can see the moving trends. For usually on the 1 hour you can see the upcoming days happening. So right here we can see we have the resistance here at 93, and we have here the last support at 80K. So the price will most likely move in between this line or have a breakout and go for the next resistance at 103. The parallel channel I already showed it to you before. Then you have here a horizontal line. You can basically use it for a support zone right here. So you can see we have the support here on the horizontal line, and you can also use some of the other tools like forecast, bars pattern, projection. For me, I'm more simply using just the RSI indicator, the trend lines, the parallel channels, and the Fibonacci retracement. Those are some of my favorite tools out there. And here I already talked about it. We can change the hourly charts, we can go to the daily, we can go to the weekly. If you want to see a big trend, you go over here to the weekly and you can see the bigger picture right here. So Bitcoin in the bigger picture is basically just going up. Let's quickly get rid of this line right here so we can see also this trend right here. Let's quickly see it from here to here. Let's see from where it starts. So we have here 3 touch points of this trend. Let's see if it's gonna hold and create another leg to the upside. This is also possible for Bitcoin. Here you can change the different pair that you're trading. For example, you can also just go here and look for the Tesla stock. Here you can see the Tesla stock. You can choose also different stocks, for example, the Google stock. You can have it all here, and you have every possible stock that is traded out there. Also, most of the cryptocurrencies. You can see it here. We have almost everything. We also have commodities like gold, indexes, and many more. Here you can make also your watch list with all your favorite pairs, basically, that you can watch all day and trade. So one of the most important tools in the space for a trader. If you like this video, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget to take profits. Bye bye.